The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late. All right, it's the mics are open, episode 172. We already know the name of this episode. It's called the Silver Button Edition. Lies. My name is G Money.
Andy Young.
Ashley.
And
back for the first time.
It's
It's your boy Hafare, aka Rodney Casino.
Come on.
Aka the Mr. Whispers.
Wow.
Fuck, I fucked it up because I usually write this. Wow.
There's so many
On the spot, I've just like missed it all. But anyway, it's me, Hafare. I'm back here once again doing a better job than Calvin, and let's keep it going.
Yes.
Off to a good start.
Love it already.
First of all, I want to raise a glass to everyone in the room, the backroom staff, the guys on the microphone. We finally got our YouTube plaque.
Finally, man.
Can somebody pass it to me? Please. Actually, can someone just pass
slide it.
And if you're actually listening to us on audio, just go to YouTube right now, because that means you won't see what I'm doing right now. But right between myself, you know, Ashley's holding it right now, modeling.
Hey.
The
hands are pretty.
Check out the nails, man. check out the nails.
Check it out. So we received in the post today our YouTube plaque. It says presented to the good company for passing 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You did it.
It's so pretty.
Well,
Thanks to you.
if you're watching us, you did it. But if you're listening, you ain't done shit. So no. Big up yourself. This is a milestone for us because I think when we all started, and of course, massive shout out to Grouchy who's not in the building as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we don't know. He added some jet fuel to those numbers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Grouchy as well. But I think as a collective, it means that something is happening. There's something happening here. So, yeah, we got our plaque. It's smaller than I thought it was. Anyway. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what they keep saying.
Surprise.
Yeah, man, for real. So we're happy to get the plaque. And it's going to be on the wall. It's going to be on the wall real soon.
Where it belongs.
Where it belongs. And yeah. We are now official creators, and YouTube sent me an email. They were like, "We want you to be part of some other program."
Ooh.
Some other program.
Little program.
Here for it.
Hafare!
Yes,
Loving
my man.
it.
Who did you vote for?
Hey.
No,
Unfortunately,
you don't have to answer that.
No, you don't.
actually,
He was about to answer, bro.
yeah, I was about to answer.
Did you?
Here's the thing. I voted in Marsabit.
Masterbit, okay.
Yeah, that's where
You went
my
all the way
vote
to
is.
Masterbit to vote?
That's the thing. I couldn't go because of work.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't like.
Talking to the mic.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Everybody who sits on that chair.
No, you know what
right?
it is also? He's so used to holding his microphone.
yeah.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
so
Pause.
anyway,
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
We are 2 minutes in.
my man, this is how porno start. You know that.
Sorry. Go on.
I don't know. I don't know that. I do not. I don't know why you looked at me when you said that, bro. But I don't know.
Nah, man, you gotta be a next video's warrior, brother.
So you're saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, so because of work, I couldn't leave, go to Marsabit because that's like 700 kilometers away, and then come back the next day for meetings and shit. So
Right.
unfortunately, I did not manage to vote.
What
I
the
feel
fuck? Did nobody on this podcast actually vote?
I feel really bad because I actually told people you have to vote. I did an episode of a podcast and they're like, you have to vote, you have to go, it's your right, and then I didn't vote. Like, anyway,
Circumstances, bro.
yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
So the results are out.
Yes, yes,
We
they
have
are.
our president-elect, William Ruto. I sent Sakaja a message, was it yesterday? During the show, and he replied.
Oh.
And I know I sent it nice and early because I know by next week that number's going to be changed.
Too many people hitting him
It's going to
up.
be like, new phone, who did this? Fam, I'm just happy that everything has gone by so peacefully.
True. Same.
My whole thing about the election was driving to work in the morning. There's a lady who sells smokies and eggs at the Westland stage. And she hasn't been there for like 2 weeks. This morning on the way to work, she was there.
Nice.
And I felt good. I'm like, yeah, Nairobi is beginning to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Niggas are coming back from Bungoma, Kilgoris, Tana River. Niggas go home to vote, you know.
Yeah.
Because I think it's also because of like what happened in 2007. A lot of people are afraid of just being in like metropolitan areas during the election because they don't know what's gonna happen. They just wanna go home and just chill. My mom's still in Marsabit for some reason. She went a week before the election.
Wow.
She might never come back. She's good over there.
She's
And my
good.
dad is good with her being gone.
Right.
Like both of them are living their best lives. Yeah.
Without each other in the picture.
I love it for them.
Oh,
Wow.
that's crazy.
But no, true. I mean, the day was being announced, literally Nairobi was a ghost town. I feel like everybody was rushing home. And the next day was kind of a ghost town, but it said coming to at like midday. So I was like, this is good. It's good to actually see people going about their business after, you know? So that's good to see.
Well, I'm just a little bit on the other side of the fence. It's like, you know, given this result, I need to make new friends.
No, don't worry. I'll link you.
You got
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, I'll link you. I'm connected on that side. Don't worry about it. I'll link you, man.
I need to make new friends.
I'm in Latin. I'm amicus Kalenjinai, friend of the Kalenjin.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Nice, very nice.
Oh, you already had contact, huh?
Oh, man.
I've been had contacts. I
saw-
play
I
both
saw-
sides, so I always get out on top.
I saw
Smart man.
someone tweeting and saying that if you had people celebrating after the results were announced, then you need to work harder and move
Yep.
into a different area. I felt that, bro.
Yep.
I felt that because immediately even before the results were announced,
Boom,
guys
boom, boom.
already making noise.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All around my
Motorbikes.
neighborhood, bro.
What if-
You know
motorbikes.
the guys,
Do the
bro.
guys.
You're hood?
Gee, yeah, that's what I said.
No, I'm asking.
Yes, that's what I
What
said,
about your
bro.
hood?
Nah, it was quiet.
Oh, I live in Rongai, bro. Those niggas are making noise.
Really?
Like bikes, people, donkeys. Everybody's happy. Everyone's excited.
I wish my area was making noise.
No, you don't.
It
I
was
do.
so quiet.
There
You
was
will-
nothing happening.
You hear
Which is a
something
nice
so
thing,
small.
bro. 'Cause
You're like,
can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Okay, now on a serious note, you know when you're in the house, you can't tell whether it's celebrations or it's fracas.
Right.
It's just noise.
so it's a little scary, huh?
Yeah, because you're like, damn, now and then when shops are closing, you
Yeah.
know, now you're not even finding anyone outside when all the kids are indoors. Now you start getting worried, like, damn, maybe
Yeah.
it's not celebrations. But it was celebrations at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
yeah, we need to work harder still.
Can I say something about Ryla before we move on? We're not actually turning this into politics. We want to get this politics out of the way because
Yeah.
we can't ignore it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I think that it does annoy me slightly when I see all the disrespect going towards Ryla on social media. I understand it's like I mean, like, you have football banter. Manchester United lose 4-0 to Brentford. You have all of your rights to banter them.
Yeah.
But I think that sometimes do we have any money like that? I'm sorry.
Fingers behind.
Oh wait.
4-0, 35 minutes. If you support Manchester United, feel bad for yourself.
Feel bad for
Feel
yourself,
bad
right?
for yourself.
But I just think that at the end of the day, like, if you think about it, even in his darkest moments, he's created change. For example, if you look at like the fact that from the 2007 election and what went on there and the subsequent ones and changes and the annulment, every single step of the way, our elections have had to get better.
True.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is down to Ryla.
True.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And all of the other freedoms that he's fought for over the years. Do you know, my hope for Ryla is that he just gets to enjoy his years.
Yeah.
After our entire life of just being out there and putting himself, you know, in the front line of everything.
Yeah.
Allow him to chill. Like, he's like, allow the man,
Kenyans, though,
respect
damn.
him.
Yeah.
And allow him to chill. If this result is upheld, which is probably going to be.
It's
Let's
gonna
be
be,
honest.
But I mean, I appreciate how they've gone about it. I mean, they've been very respectful, even when they're not respectful. But I appreciate even the current president or president-elect who told Raila, listen, whoever wins or loses, we can still come together and, you know, talk about these things and see how we can make
Nah, if I was
different
Ryla,
changes.
I'd be like, nah, fam, I'm done. Nah,
This
fam.
is it.
He's like, yo,
Fuck that nigga.
we could meet for coffee, nah, fam, I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Nah, like,
But isn't it so much sure of them? I feel like a lot of
Fam.
things have been so much sure
If
in
I
this
w-
current
I don't
election.
trust politicians personally. I don't trust anything a politician says.
So whatever they say,
Whatever they say, them niggas just talking. Like, they have to say this. It's like, have you ever gone to a strip club and then the stripper tells you I love you? They don't love you. It's work.
Damn, I want to be told that by a stripper, bro.
It's work. It's work. So as in, it's their job.
Oh, wow.
But for me, like, Raila's been such an important part of
Yeah.
Kenya. He's the most important person in Kenyan politics for the past 30 years.
Yes.
From 1992, since we
100%.
got multi-party democracy
Yeah.
and whatever. And it's such an interesting thing to realize that there's gonna be. It's now getting to a point where Raila isn't gonna be
Exactly.
part of the public discourse. He isn't gonna be running in the next election.
no.
Right.
40% of Kenyans don't know who to vote for next time.
Fam, let me tell you. I've been
And I think we'll know by then.
Yeah, we'll know by then. But right now, imagine the power vacuum that will be left when he says, "Okay, I'm not running."
done.
Wait, do you think it's a coincidence Calvin's not here? We're gonna know who to vote for.
You started already, huh?
But no, you see, like, but the thing about it is, and I've been saying this for the last 10 years, it's like a day is gonna come when Ryla's not in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what guys are gonna say? They're gonna say, hey, you know when Ryla was there?
Yeah.
Ryla would not have allowed this to happen.
Yep.
Mark my words, and it's gonna happen. But anyway, me, I got utmost respect for Ryla. I'm not gonna lie, let me admit in the podcast, I had my Ryla picture ready, you know. Like, me and Ryla at St. Carlos, you know. It was in my draft.
It was
you
in
know,
the chamber.
It was in my draft. And you know
Oh
what?
my God.
I'm still gonna post it. I'm still gonna
You're
post
gonna get your
it.
chance. You're gonna get your chance. You're gonna get your chance. Don't worry.
Eventually.
Eventually,
Come in handy.
at some point, you're gonna have to post
Oh
it.
no.
Wow. I'm sorry.
No, not like that, bro.
Hafare, you're dumb.
I ain't said anything.
No, not like that.
I ain't
bro.
said anything. I ain't said.
Oh man.
Stop.
I ain't saying.
Stop. Right. As we're saying, listen, congratulate yourself. Oh my
my
God. Congratulate yourself for a peaceful election.
Y'all were really
Stop.
going
This
for it.
guy,
huh?
even before the pod started, he was like, how bad can things
Yeah.
How offensive can I be?
I want to get really offensive today.
And we
Like,
told
how
him-
bad can I?
It's alright.
Well, that's a good start.
Nah,
Anyway.
you know what?
Today, by the way, today is a freestyle. We're just having some drinks
Yeah.
in the studio. We're happy that we hit the numbers that we're hitting. I think this week, we're just, I don't know, we're just having a conversation, bro. I have
It's
no
just chat.
notes. Do you have any notes?
A couple, but
Andy
You always have,
notes.
yeah.
Nah.
but guys,
And he was that dude in class who would tell you, man, I didn't even study for the exam.
But
and
he
then
gets an A.
he gets an A and you got an F, and then you have to go home and explain to your parent why the fuck you're so dumb.
Oh yeah,
What?
he did.
nigga, you were seated right next to me during graduation.
Wow,
Don't
drop
even.
out.
What's it come loudly?
Oh,
With
It's like
honors.
the
With honors, yeah, with honors.
Is it connected to come loudly?
yes, it is.
I love that.
Oh
I'm
happy to
my
report
God,
it is.
What is happening?
I'm sorry.
What is
The
happening?
liquor is in me.
Can we get the
What do you do? The fan on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, man.
getting
I
really
can't
hot
take
in
this
here.
off. It's too.
Do it. Start your OnlyFans career
Oh, wow.
now.
Oh, let me tell you, if I had the balls, I would have started an OnlyFans, but without the face. You know, no face, no
You
case.
can wear a mask. Who cares?
But I have too many tattoos. I feel like people will recognize me from my tattoos.
When that OnlyFans check shows up, you wouldn't care.
True that.
fact,
You won't care.
would you guys support me if I started an OnlyFans?
I would.
Yeah,
Really?
I would.
Oh, bet. Let's do it. Will you
Not
actually
how,
subscribe?
support how? I might not financially support, but I can be casted because maybe financially I don't have the.
Yo, my man.
Guys, your comedy style,
Wow.
guys, it's
Yo,
a joke.
you guys, by the way,
It's a joke.
Wow.
speaking of OnlyFans, okay? do you think like OnlyFans is ruining the porn industry?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't
when I
know.
was a kid, we had porn legends, man. Like there are no more porn legends. Like there's no more Jada Fire. There's no
Jeez,
Naomi
like,
Banks.
what
There's
did
no
I sign
Cherokee
up for?
Diaz.
How do you
Like-
know all these names?
I'm a pervert.
That's good to know.
So yeah, like
Self-actualization.
Sarah J, we're losing the legends. We're losing recipes. They're not making
Recipes?
any more classic DVDs. Have you guys watched Big Bubble Butt 7?
No, I've
Actually,
watched
it
the
was
music
Big
video,
Black
Big
Bubble
Bubble
Butt
Butt
7.
by Major Lazer.
Oh.
This other one, no.
Or like what was it called? MILFs Like It in the Back.
No.
Jesus Christ. Right.
Clearly, we know
we
what's
are
on your
losing-
search.
Okay, let's,
Now we are
let's
losing
take
porn
the
legends.
conversation here. I think Twitter porn is where it's at. Because I don't see guys talking about trashing to websites and this.
Yeah.
Nah,
The
I just
thing-
see guys sharing things on Twitter.
The
I would
about
shout out a
Twitter
porn
porn-
star, but they're not paying us, so who cares?
The thing about Twitter porn is they pick the best parts of each and every porn video, then they just like compile it in the different what is it called, pages, and then when you go on one page, you can get all the other pages.
Actually, I've done extensive research.
Do you know what I see now? This is what I see now, right? The marketing campaign goes out, 100,000 subscribers. The good company, the mics are open. This. It's all over the digital, everything, right? And someone is gonna see that shit and be like, "Hey, Let me check out that podcast.
Check us out.
And what are they hearing about? Big Bubble Butt 7.
That is us.
And
Yes.
That's not us.
and all the porn stars they grew up with.
Again, I am just making a cameo here. If you'd like to know more about all this stuff I'm talking about, please follow me on Twitter. I have a spreadsheet.
Hafare.
No,
I
I'm
love
kidding.
this
I'm
guy.
kidding. I'm
I love
kidding.
this guy. I love this
Or
guy.
am I?
Elon Musk wanting to buy United.
Fam, the jokes are the best jokes ever. Do you know what someone said? This is the dark cast today. They posted a meme of a guy running really fast on a treadmill, and they were like, "This is Christian Eriksen." After Elon Musk gives him a new heart. Bro,
Yo, United, but if
Yeah, but you know, man, if Ericsson plays like 3 games in a row, that man's at risk of death. Like, you can't be having that man in that heat.
Is he old?
But you know
Nah,
what?
he-
I think he's okay. I think because he's got like, I think it was just a moment. Well, it was a moment. It was a couple minutes. I think it was. I just think that he's one of those freaks things that happen, and he's got like a defibrillator built in, isn't it?
But does Ten Hag really want to risk being liable for manslaughter? Like playing for 6 games in a row,
Damn.
that nigga's gonna die.
Wow.
Damn.
But funnily enough, to go back to Elon Musk, yo, I genuinely believe he's just the internet's biggest troll.
Oh yeah.
Because Man United fans, you know the thing about it is, Man United fans, they heard Elon Musk say, sorry, yes, I want to buy Manchester United. And they were happy, but they're acting like they're broke.
They are broke.
They're not broke.
They are broke. Didn't you see what Neville said? Like, Old Trafford is in tatters. The Glazers have been taking so much money out of the club. The club's account only has, £50 million right now?
Really?
Yeah, like the club does not have money.
How
That's why all these like big transfers that they want to happen, they want to happen. They can't actually go through them unless they bring down the asking price.
Oh, wow.
They've been paying over the odds on really bad players
Right.
for a very long time and never getting any money back when they're selling them because they're leaving on a free like Pogba
Right.
and Cavani. So they've been spending so much money on shit players and then never getting any return on investment, and now they're just there with just a bit of money.
So those
So they're
niggas
basically
broke.
bankrupt.
Those niggas they can't spend the way you think. They're like AC Milan, basically.
Hey,
They only have a name. They don't
They're
have anything
broke.
else. They have a name and a bit of a legacy. That's
Wait.
it.
Manchester United are broke.
Like,
You can't chat to me. No more, you broke ass Man United fans. I didn't know they were broke.
they can't pay. That's why they're signing all these bullshit players. They can't even pay, what's his name?
Yo,
the transfer fee for De Jong.
I hear they wanted to buy Vardy.
Vardy's
was-
like 37.
35.
What is he?
35. So they would have 35
That guy is old, bro.
and a 37-year-old leading the attack. Let me tell you, by the way, we're not a football podcast. Check out the FPL podcast. It's called The Wild Card. Every single Wednesday around about 3 o'clock. It's hosted by Venant, Eric, and this week they had a guest called Saddam. Check it out. They give you tips for FPL. But I'll say this to say that, and I'll say this before we move on from sports. Eric Ten Hag won the Dutch
Eredivisie.
that one, I can't even pronounce it. Eredivisie, yeah? Fam, that's like saying you went and bought a drink at the container in Westlands. You know.
You're right, by the way. You are right.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like I bought my bottle in Milan and you bought your bottle in the container. It's the
boat.
same
It's a
bottle.
It's a boat.
But it's a different level.
You know the thing is, I'm sure if we how many? I think we're 11 of us in this room, or just
Yeah.
like 2 random people, I guess. If the 11 of us go play a random Eredivisie team, we could probably beat
We'll
them.
probably beat them. We'll probably beat them.
And you think we're losing to Sittard or Sparta Rotterdam?
How far with the hat trick?
No, I'm in goal. I'm a fat dude. I'm in goal.
So those guys are in trouble, man.
Yeah.
Those guys are in trouble.
Anyway,
I love the confidence.
we could have tackled this during open mics, but I feel like it's a very interesting conversation to have. If you found out that your wife has bought a house or land without your knowledge, would you see the proverbs that you are a woman, or would you be pissed?
Pissed.
I have a question first
Why?
of all. What is the proverbs that you want to
Yeah, facts.
Or let me
Because
read the proverbs that you want.
I am not religious, but I'm
it's-
spiritual. So
It's a whole thing about the best model of a woman that you can ever get.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it's a whole chapter.
Okay, I have a question. Like in this situation, Am I aware that my wife is buying the land and the house and everything?
No.
You just found out.
I just found out.
Yeah, she's
Nah,
bought.
I'm quitting my job, bro. Like you're rich, man.
Right?
Like clearly my wife is rich. I'm gonna be a house husband.
Also, you make a good point.
Buy me a Birkin.
Can you?
The designer, bro.
Oh my God.
Especially like does she have a job? Because here's the thing.
Definitely has a
if
job.
she has a
yeah.
good job, I expect her to do shit like that because that's what women do. It's default. Like end of the day, we're different. Even I tell you, if you want a successful marriage, successful relationship, that you get to the end of your days and you've achieved shit, let the woman handle the money and the finances. Because us guys don't know shit about money. It's a fact.
True. Yeah.
It's
I
a fact.
agree with you. Yeah.
Every woman. Like I always use this as an example. My first car, I had bad credit. I had to get a chick to get it for me on credit.
No way.
Yeah, my credit was bad. And this is the UK. My credit was so bad that when I went for a credit check, the door knocked. Oh, really? This is where you are. You know, that's how bad my credit was.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
women tend to handle. I don't know what it is, but women tend to handle finances a lot better
True.
than men within a relationship.
True. And even without like proper jobs, of course, like men sometimes take care of the women, right? And they give them like allowances. You'll realize that half the time this woman is saving up that money. So they'll probably come back and ask you for more money because, you know, it's in a chama somewhere,
Right.
or she started building something, or she's bought land. So
By the
your
way-
money either way is, you know, being invested.
And a woman is never broke.
Facts.
Hey, women.
Women always have money, man.
Facts.
Bruh.
Women always
When-
have money.
Like
When we
women,
say we're broke-
women always have money.
When
Facts.
we say we're broke, it's a different kind of broke.
When a woman says she's broke, she means I don't have money
For you. That's true. That's true.
See,
Yeah, she knows. Suki knows.
agrees. Yeah,
She knows.
fam.
It's true.
You don't. I don't know what it was like here, but growing up, fam, every time I went to my grandmother for money,
Yeah.
I got a lecture. I don't have money. Where do you expect me to get money from? Did you give me money to put down? And then it's like, have a look in my jacket pocket in the closet. You'll find $50. You know,
Yeah.
women always have money. Like
Always do. You
And if you're a woman and you don't have money, then
Remember,
what are you doing?
the Lord is watching you.
Like,
If you're a woman, you don't have money. What's up? Like,
is there
come join our
anything wrong
side.
if I say or if we say that we also want women who have money?
No, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's a standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fam, I don't ever in my entire life ever want a project again. I don't want something you have to build and refine and shit.
But I'll
I'm
tell
just
you
saying
this.
Yeah,
I
you
feel like-
build a
want a
house,
project.
you don't build a person.
But I'll tell you this, I feel
Fuck
like
that.
You call it a project.
when mandem find out that babes have money, they kind of take advantage of that, so you don't get as much. So
Oh.
see, look at Suki just going
No,
like,
take
yes, it's
advantage
pretty.
how?
Scamming
Take advantage
these
how?
hoes.
Let me land.
Wait. Let her finish.
Let me land. So they kind of take advantage of that. You might be papered, I'm papered, but then it's almost like you're not going to take me out for dinners anymore. You're not going to take me on trips. You're not going to buy me nice, cute things
got
anymore.
this.
So sometimes it's a bit okay for women to, you know, kind of be in the middle of
Dodgy?
not dodgy.
Let's
stop
call it what it is.
Not dodgy, but listen,
Throw in the
I'm
adjectives.
not,
Throw in the adjectives.
I'm not going to show you that I have 100%. I'm not going to show you that I want 100%.
You're not being 100% with me.
I'd rather not if you're going to take advantage of me. It's because we've seen this so many times. Do you remember that conversation we were having about the craziest thing you've done for a man?
Yeah.
Honey, we're not going back there.
And you're doing things for men?
Suki, thank you.
You're doing
Snap
things for
with
men?
me.
Ha. I thought it
No,
was
I
you.
always do things for my
uplifting
niggas.
men.
I thought you were doing crazy things for niggas, though.
motivating men.
I always do shit for my niggas.
There's a thing I want to tell you about. It's like the women online, like successful women online. They're like, they don't realize when men come into their lives just to leech off them or to steal from them because they're not rich enough to actually think that people would wanna leech off them. Because like if I was dating like the president's daughter, like if I was like going to her like throwing game, she would know like immediately maybe this dude is just throwing game because I'm rich. But if you're like a senior manager at a bank, you're not wealthy, but you're doing good.
You're good. Yeah.
You have enough money to sustain my lifestyle and your lifestyle. And that woman would not be aware that this dude is just like, you know,
Here
for like the cash and anything. She might think like this dude is really interested in me. Especially those like gym niggas, like, you know, baby oil everywhere.
Bernard turned so quick.
Bernard was on his phone.
Nah, let me tell you.
We was just chilling,
It's true
bro.
though.
No. Well,
It's true.
Back in the day, do you guys remember Skylux?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to Skylux. Like, if you're like a millennial, don't worry about it. So, we used to go to Skylux, and you'd always find like a bunch of 4 or 5 guys. I don't want to say names, but you know who I'm talking about, like the pretty boys, like they're popular. They were in every magazine.
Right,
you know,
okay.
they would be at the they would be at a table just with one beer each, just standing there looking pretty, waiting for a woman to come buy them drinks.
Right.
And the woman would never realize, like, these dudes are just waiting for me to buy the drinks for them. They're like, wow, this dude is so hot. Let me go talk to him. Face guard.
Let's go.
Next thing you know, there's a bottle of Ciroc, there's a bottle of Jamie on the table, and the lady's like swiping. It's like 15,000 at the end of the night, and then she's going home alone.
Damn.
Shout out to my niggas. Keep scamming.
He said keep scamming.
Keep scamming.
Keep doing what you're doing. No, don't do that.
But honestly though, like, I mean, I look at life and I say to myself that, like, well, life would be so much more, like, just nice if we didn't feel like we're always in this invisible chess game. You know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, end of the day, like, you know, a man spends on a woman spends on a man. Like, I don't know about, I mean, can speak to the man them in the room. Fam, do you know how good it feels when a woman spends money on you?
Oh yeah.
It's such a good feeling.
Rare.
You know, like Ash takes me out to lunch. Feels good so many times, by the way. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, end of the day, it's one of those ones where I wish women would understand that sometimes as men, like, just deal with us the same way we do with you. Like, it actually feels nice.
True.
You know?
True. And I always say, like, the same feeling you get when a nigga takes care of you is the same feeling they feel when, you know, you take care of them.
Yeah.
Take care of your niggas, babes.
Like, I'm
Or
gonna give
someone
you
else.
City girls are down, must
What do you think that was like, chicks?
City girls are down. City girls are down.
It's real. But even your friends, honestly, take care of your friends.
Take care of your homies, always. Take care of your homies.
Let me give you an example. It's like, you know, I grew up with my grandparents, right? And it's like, I still remember my grandmother, like, saying to my granddad, come here, and taking his hands and cutting his fingernails.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was the toughest woman you could find. But there were still those moments of tenderness. Like, end of the day, like, I can still recall him sitting under the mango tree and, like, his neck up like this, and my grandmother's shaving him and stuff. Those things are affection.
Yeah.
And they feel good as a man. So it's like, I don't understand that. And when I say this to people, especially guys who are younger than me, I'm like, yo, I don't know what the future looks like for people and their relationships, because we live in a sort of time where to show care is to show weakness.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And we're human, fam. I don't know, man.
It's
Nobody
interesting
wants-
because I was having a conversation with a couple of...
Okay, just finish, Andy.
Oh, sorry. With a couple of my female colleagues in the office before I came here. And the conversation led to us asking where are we mentally with marriage in future? And all the ladies said when I was younger, I was all for marriage and everything, but now, nah. I'd rather just get into a partnership with, you know, someone, a lifelong, you know, agreement with someone, and if we decide this isn't worth it anymore, we can switch it up at any point. But to little, like, is there any hope? Because out of 100 marriages, it's like only one that survives, or one that we get one good story out of.
No.
Out
That's
of
the
100
thing.
or something. These are not facts or
Like,
anything.
you only hear about failed marriages because, like, when a marriage fails, everybody talks about it.
No. Like,
you never hear about successful marriages.
If you look around your circle,
My circle
bro,
is full of degenerates. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't take my circle as a, like,
An example.
example.
My circle is not full of degenerates. But when I look about my circle abroad, fam, like, of my inner circle, out of four weddings, 3 Dolo cases.
Damn.
My circle is full of degenerates, yes. And out of the 4 married people in my homies, all 4 are still married happily.
Are they cheating?
No, they're not.
You
Black
would-
men don't cheat.
would you say?
Nah. Here's the first thing. I would never throw my homies under the bus. And second, I
Do
would
you
never
know?
lie about my homies. Hey,
Do you know?
of course I would. If they were cheating, they'd be cheating with me.
Pause.
We'd be together in the cheating.
Yeah.
You'd sound good.
No, man, no. Here's the thing. I own it. Stop.
You'd be the
I own it. I own it.
You'd be
I
the
am on it.
instigator.
But I feel like the main problem is that we've lost patience. And I was having this discussion with a couple of people on Saturday. And I feel like people have lost patience because marriage and relationships are all about patience and dealing with each other's shit. If you can't deal with each other's shit, you're not going anywhere.
True.
You have to discuss, you have to talk about that shit and say, okay, this is where my limit is. These are my boundaries. And if you're going to go past that boundaries, this is not going to work. So it's a decision that both of you make to actually deal with each other's shit. And that's how you move on with life. But I still believe in contracts instead of marriage. But marriage is a contract.
I have a question for Ashley. There's a conversation I saw unfold on Twitter, and it was very interesting. Where do we draw the line with, or when it comes to treating women well and treating women how they are supposed to be treated, and now doing the extra stuff? Because there was a babe who came to rant on Twitter saying, buying me flowers, opening the door for me, all of this, that's the bare minimum. You doing all that doesn't mean that now you deserve something in return for doing all that, because that is how you are supposed to treat me.
Meaning
in the very first place.
Meaning that. So basically, I read the same tweet, and it was basically her saying, "Oh, you're supposed to open the doors. You're supposed to buy me flowers, and because you treat me good like that, it doesn't mean I owe you any pum pum."
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You are deluded.
No.
100%.
No, I agree. You know why? Because even you as my friends, you do all these things for me. Do you expect shit from
Ashley,
me?
you know what it is.
Ashley,
you know what
fine,
it is.
Fine, but basically, okay, I understand where she's coming from, and it's true.
What the fuck?
No,
true,
like
it's true.
it's not that conversation. This is
I
a different conversation.
I'm trying to easily get away with it.
What's going on here?
She's trying to get away from this conversation, bro.
No, I'm not actually, because you know what? Being a gentleman doesn't mean I owe you shit. It's that simple. You're meant to treat
I
me
agree with
well, with or without, pum pum or, kiss it, whatever it is. You're either way meant to treat me very right, very respectfully.
Yes.
And I'm not forcing you to do this.
You're
shit.
right, Ashley. But here's the thing: you and I are friends, right? And like, if I get to your car, or you get into my car and open the door for you or whatever, which I don't, by the way. I'm gonna be very, very real. I don't like. So what I'm saying to you is this, right? It's like that's a different scenario. But if it's somebody who I'm showing interest, at the end of the day, let's be very, very honest. It's like, as a man, most of the time, if you're showing interest in a woman, you're showing interest. Can you pass this over there for me? And just put some chaser in there for me, yeah? Sorry. It's that kind of podcast, yeah? If you're
Can I get a drink in here then?
Yeah, the bottle is over there.
Okay.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, we're celebrating our 100,000 subscribers. It's like a live podcast party. We just have drinks on set and everything. It's not usually like this.
That's when it gets lit.
So what I'm saying is this, right? It's like, end of the day, if you are pursuing a mama, you're not pursuing her just to open car doors and buy her flowers.
You want to clap chicks.
You want to smash, right?
Yeah.
Am I exactly?
Okay, no, it's not.
I'm following you. I'm following you.
I want to smash.
Yeah.
Like I'm showing interest in you. This may develop into a loving situation. I may even fall for you, but a big part of my expressing my love is I want to smash. Now the thing about it, I'm just being honest.
It's true.
As a man,
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, it's like if you think, and I know it's such a dodgy area to discuss, but I'm trying to say that from a realistic perspective, if you think that someone's going to do something for you continually for 2, 3, 4, 5 years because they're supposed to do it, that's completely unrealistic. If you wake up in the morning and expect to go downstairs and Joshie to open the door for you and there's be flowers waiting for you downstairs, that's an unrealistic expectation.
Yep.
I get where you're coming from.
And especially when intention is shown.
I get where you're coming from, and this is I'm gonna kind of support it. And this is to the women. I think what the key thing is, immediately you figure out that you're not interested in this man.
Let him know.
Yeah, let him know. Cause you can't lead the same way women go like, oh, he was leading me on. Oh, you know, it's the same way a man is gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm hurt as well because this babe was equally leading me on and making me do all these things for her.
Yep.
Yet there was nothing that was ever gonna happen. Not meaning that all those things need to lead to sex. I mean, of course, consent is a big thing, but do not let a man do all these things for you or accept a man to do all these things for you and you clearly know his intention. So it goes both ways. Women know, men know. So if you personally decide to do it for her, and this is trisex, and it works out, good for you. If it doesn't work out, let it go.
And before you jump in, Hafare, I can tell you, as somebody who has a sister who's been around women, I know women who would be quite comfortable in the house and like, fuck, man, you know what? I feel like I want pizza. Hold on, let me call this.
Yeah, I have friends like that
Hey,
too.
how you doing? What's going on?
Yo, I have a story I could tell, but yo.
Blah, 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 blah. Remember the other night, where did you get that pizza from? Hey, Abel, call him. And then boom. And then the phone goes down and it's like,
It's true.
nigga sending me pizza. Am I lying?
You know, it's
No,
true.
for real, 'cause
I have friends like that.
Even for, like I want to agree with what Ashley said. When intention is established,
Yeah.
there are only two options. Either you continue, like you are aware of this guy's intentions and you're gonna like continue with him to a point of convergence.
Yes.
Or you do not want to meet this dude and you have to cut off whatever's going on and
Yeah.
redefine the boundaries of the relationship.
Yes.
Because but my niggas, if you're listening to this, these women will scam you. They will call you in the middle of the night and tell you, oh, I'm at such and such place, Maze, I really want to see you. You will get on Anduthi.
Is it our fault though?
Nah, just chill. You will get on Anduthi, your chest is freezing, you're going to get pneumonia. Going to who knows
Fonyash.
where. Fonyash, get there, meet this babe, and you're going to have a good time, yeah? Until the bill comes, and then you have to pay 27,000, and now you're in debt.
And then the boyfriend comes to pick
And then the
her
boyfriend
up.
comes to pick her up.
Yeah.
Yo,
You know
like,
what? Listen,
these things
man,
happen.
It happens, and it's dishonest. It's so dishonest and it's like you could flip it and say, what about men who lead women on, like making sure that making it look like there's some
Something
future for
going
them when really and truly there's not, and we do that as men as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes we play that gray area as well. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's just about like that level of honesty. At the end of the day, if you're not interested, you're not interested. And I think personally, I'd respect you more
If you told
know?
told me, yeah. And I'll tell you this, I've gotten things from people that maybe I've had a thing with or I've never had a thing with and they showed interest, but I told them, I'm not in that space, I'm not trying to do that. I've gotten shit from those men. They've sent me flowers.
Anyway.
They'll send me food. Yeah.
Anyway,
Either
exactly.
way,
You
you
guys
know,
get me
because I
food.
mean, it's a vibe anyway.
because the thing about
Yo,
this,
babes are
Yo,
fed, bro.
man.
no,
Babes
it's
are
true.
fed.
It's a vibe. And let me tell you something as well. And man, them can relate to this as well. There are women who can say to you that no, I'm not interested, and it takes the pressure off of the communication.
Yes.
And then you still do the same thing, and eventually you get that friendship
True.
smash.
That's
What?
true.
The best match on earth. The best match on earth.
Am I right or am I wrong?
One day may be weak. One
Let me
day.
tell you. Let me
She's
tell
not
you.
gonna
You only need
Sitting on
to
a
again.
seat.
One day.
You only need to win once. You only need to win once. You
Just
only need to win once. You can try 1,000
Okay,
times,
JC.
regardless of. You can lose 999 times. You
Just
only
once.
need one win.
It's true. I agree.
Sawa.
I agree.
Oh, they will wear you down.
It's a war of attrition. It's a war of
Let me tell you,
attrition.
the more it happens, the more you're gonna be like, damn, he's actually cute. Damn, he's such a sweetheart.
sweetheart.
I mean, just
Nah.
the tip.
And you know what?
Nah,
And then
he
you know
ain't
what-
ugly.
And then when you as a woman starts to show us love,
Hey,
we are
that is
gone.
That's the opposite.
Girl.
No, because now
God.
here's the thing, see, now you've been doing this for 1,000 days, yeah. You fail 999 days. You get to day 1,000 and you smash. You are done, bro. Like you don't want to go through this cycle again.
Fam, let me tell you.
You only doing this because of
It's
sunk
like-
cost.
It's like FIFA.
Wow.
I have a very simple rule to FIFA. If I am playing against you in FIFA and I just I just can't beat you, The one time I beat you,
The game
I'm
is done.
never
Playing you again, yeah.
playing you
That's the
again.
thing. The last one is mine. The last one will always be mine.
Yeah.
Winner takes it all.
no.
Yeah. So you see the thing.
That's smart.
So the thing about it is, it's like with all of this posturing and all of these conversations, it's like end of the day, like that sometimes honesty is actually the best policy.
True.
You know.
Very true.
And respect can be grown because you know, end of the day, like end of the day, like we said last week on the pod, it's like, you know, men handle things differently.
Yeah.
And end of the day, I think it's just, you know, we're seen as these unfeeling, no emotional bastards, but treat us like at the end of the day.
With care.
There's a conversation. Thank you. There's a conversation we left hanging on the pod last week. How you said that we don't deal with breakups better than women. Women deal with breakups better than men, and I wasn't of that school of thought because I feel like we man them deal with breakups properly. Like me not crying or bursting out or being emotional or passionate in the moment doesn't mean that I'm not taking in this breakup like properly. You know, I can absorb it, and you know, I'll go like, you know what, whatever has happened has happened. Let me go decompress elsewhere.
Guys,
Andy, kumbe kuna wisdom.
guys.
Despite your looks.
guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest, right?
If they tell you otherwise, they're projecting.
Let's be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, right? Fam, as a man, and there's bare man in the studio, and one beautiful lady over there.
One.
No, over there.
Oh.
Come on. Why do you think I sit next to you?
You're one of the boys.
Why do you think
You're one of the boys.
She's over here usually playing with the back
Ashley-
of my hair.
Actually, you should come to recording with a Gor Mahia shot. That's how much of you are one of the
I'm still
boys.
the woman here, okay? The main woman. Shout out to you though. You're cool.
So like I'm saying, it's like, fam, and be honest, none of you mans have ever been properly heartbroken.
How do you know?
I'm asking. Like properly.
What do you mean by properly? Expound. What do you mean by properly? Is it? I don't know.
As in heartbroken where
You're feeling pain.
you're paid.
Pain.
Like,
What's that song? What's that song
Tears.
we recorded about last year? Was it Life Jennings or was it Anthony Hamilton? I can't remember.
which one? Lifetime is probably
Yeah, that one.
The one about, I wish you.
Yeah, I
crashed your
remember.
car.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
You talked about it with so much pain in your voice carried so much pain. I was like, damn, somebody
about
did
to break
cheat
down.
dirty.
Bro, no, I need to know. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have never had that walk in the rain tears type of
My man,
heartbreak.
I was
Okay,
crying
sure.
I was crying in a matatu from Parklands, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, my boy.
Y'all have really been through it, huh?
No. Let's be honest. Bennett, do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Steve, do you know what I'm talking about? Byron? Austin knows.
Sun is fresh.
Okay, leave it. Leave it. Hafare, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and the thing is,
Bro.
every man,
What?
and this is for all men. I don't care. I'll generalize. Every man has one heartbreak that took them to the fucking limit.
Oh my
Every man, yeah, at least one that took
We
you to
never
the
learn.
fucking limit.
Fam.
Yo, man,
Everybody's cussing his
I went on a 26-day bender just so I could not think about
Drinking
what's going
26
on.
days straight.
26 days straight, and I went to hospital because on day 27 I woke up and threw up and it was just blood.
Ugh.
Wow.
So I wasn't eating. I would just wake up and I was doing some job that was paying a lot of money. So I just had a lot of money to spend. All I do is just wake up, go to my homie, buy a bottle. We start drinking at 8. We finish drinking at like midnight. I go home, pass out, wake up the next morning, 8 a.m.
Repeat.
You repeat for like 26 days straight. And you know, because the homies, they just want to drink.
So long as it's drinks, they don't
You'll
care.
be okay, bro.
So
You'll be
the
okay.
homies are like, yo,
Pardon.
my bro, don't worry about it. Like, there's so many other women out there, and I'm like,
Plenty of fish in the sea.
and I'm like, yeah. And you know, for me, I'm like, yeah, fuck that bitch, yeah.
in the future bag.
I'm gonna be okay, man. Let's go get another bottle of whiskey. So, I can't really blame the homies because I was
No.
like, we were enabling each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, I had to stop and I had to reevaluate. Like, I'm the fucking man.
You're the
I
prize.
love it.
Like, I'm the prettiest
Yes.
person in this. No, second
Yes.
prettiest person. Third.
Yes.
Yeah, after Ashley and Suki. Like, the rest of you niggas can't hold a candle to me. So, I had to reevaluate who I am.
But I get it. But but you still had to go through it.
Yeah. Like the only way to get out of hell is the shortest way through hell is a straight line.
Yes.
Just walk. Just live it, man.
Let me tell you, I know when Venom goes missing, that's a heartbreak.
Oh no!
By the way, these days, you see when I can't find Venom, I'm just like,
okay, he's going through it. He's going through it.
Oh man, that's
so you
funny.
see, don't forget Venant's on the football fantasy Premier League every single Wednesday. So and the thing about it is, it's like women now. Yeah, you have your peer group where you can, like, you know, end of the day you can go and cry out. You know, she's hugging. Babes, forget that guy. Forget that guy. You'll be okay.
That's true, it's
He
true.
ain't
Actually,
shit
you're
anyway.
boring.
It's okay.
Do
We're potting.
Do you know who you are?
You're
And
that bitch. You're that.
Nobody tells us you're that nigga.
Exactly.
Your homies don't tell you that. You look at they're beating you in FIFA still.
Also,
Niggas have no remorse.
Wait, now,
But they'll be fine.
now let's change the scenario. The day I come in here, he's already laughing. The day I come in here, Austin, Steve-O, Byron, Andy, Hafare, I'm like, fuck.
You mean like Calvin?
no.
You gotta be like, nigga, the fuck you doing?
No, we accept it, bro.
Like
No,
for me,
and that's
like I
actually-
wouldn't accept it. You know why? Like he's old. Like he's been through this a couple of times. He should be used to it. He should be used to it, man. Like Jane 27, he's not spring
I
chicken.
got you. I'm here for
Like
you.
if he was 27, I'd be like, okay, now this is your first time going through something.
You should have learned by now.
Yeah, just been around the block of a while. Like, he knows what's up. He knows the game, Maze.
Hafare.
You know the game.
Niggas don't learn.
He knows the game. He
You know
keeps saying he knows the game.
You know the game, brother.
But actually, facts, because men aren't able to talk about this shit. Women will talk to their male best friend, their female best friend. I'll even go to my mommy and tell her, Mom, this guy broke my heart. My mom will be like, okay, let's go beat this nigga up.
Nah, those are lies. That's a movie, Ashley, man.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
of course not. But
Do you
women
guys
are
talk to
able
your parents or like people who are older than you about? Like, I remember I talked to my mom about my heartbreak. I was wailing,
I'm old
bro.
school. Why are you mad?
I was wailing.
What are you telling?
You know,
she broke my heart. Like something like that. Like your
my
or
mom
your
still
dad.
has this delusion that she's gonna get me away from the village.
Wow.
Wow.
Like
I'd like to see
she's
that.
always like, Usijali, I'll get you a good rendile girl. Sawa.
Damn, I want to be told that, bro.
She knows how to cook, she knows how to clean.
Yeah.
My nigga, these niggas, as in they have a class 3 education. We can't hold any, like, I don't think we have meaningful conversation.
okay.
But you know what, bro? Like, I'm glad you brought that up. I think there's something in that.
Yeah.
You know, because like I know 3 of my pals who are Muslims, and their parents just found their wives, and these guys are beautiful kids, beautiful family, and one of them actually said to me, "You know what? I learned to love my wife."
Yep.
You get me? And they're just and they're nice.
Are their parents doing like scouting services or something?
You want one, don't you?
The problem,
like, yo,
the thing with that, you know what? It's like it's gonna be like marrying your mom, because your mom is gonna get somebody who's exactly like her.
But you still do that regardless.
That's
You
true.
look for your mom in other
That's very
women.
true.
No, I don't. What the fuck?
You do, you just don't realize it.
Okay,
Boy, what the fuck? Are you
lying?
Oepidas?
Eh?
Do you know who Oepidas is?
Who?
Evidence.
Oepidas.
No.
You know the Oepidas complex?
Oh yes, Oedipus.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
this
yes.
is
Is it Oedipus? Yeah, I got confused. Yeah, Oedipus, yeah.
The guy who ran away from home and
Yeah,
then
came back, smashed
killed
his
the
mom.
dad, married the mom. Yeah.
Nah, nigga, I ain't doing that.
You never see it, but it's true.
Nah, I ain't
It's
doing
true.
that.
Wow.
But I was actually, funny enough, I was having this conversation on Saturday with a bunch of my friends as well. And we're saying how when it's an arranged marriage, you have to learn how to love this person. And then you become friends first before anything else. Because it's just like, okay, we're here. What else can we do?
Which we do
Cool.
a social experiment.
It's true, we should. Then it's just like, okay, let's get to know each other. And while you're getting to know each other, you're so open to the idea of this person, being with this person, that it's inevitable that you're going to fall in love with this human being.
Like, would you pick out a babe for me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I pick you an
I'd like
Arab.
to see that. Eh?
Get you an Arab.
You know his type,
Swahili.
huh?
I get you an Arab, brother.
I'm a cry, bro.
I got links in Yemen, bro.
Wow.
I got links in
Hey,
Yemen.
Hafare, see me behind the tent.
Nah, man,
I need to talk.
I got links in Yemen, got links in Saudi, got links in Chad. You're like,
Yeah.
say
Do you
less,
have some
say
men
less.
too? Some Arab money?
I'll give you a catalog.
Say less. For all your hookups,
Yeah.
kindly contact.
Yeah, but find me on Twitter, baby. Find me on Twitter. Don't find me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter.
Is that
Yeah.
your ratchet?
No. I don't Twitter.
Someone said
Okay.
if I DM you on Instagram, definitely wanna smash.
No.
Is it?
Really?
No.
Clearly,
Wow.
people feel different.
Nah.
Hmm.
If nah.
No,
Like,
the likes thing, like in the story.
Oh, no, if I
no,
like
yeah.
your story, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like,
If I
my
send you the
story.
heart eyes emoji, baby.
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this?
What, like hearts and
Yeah,
emoji?
definitely
But
wanna
I always
smash.
put like,
You thought about that too long.
Yeah, if I
Unless
put,
you're
yeah,
homies.
like if you're a babe and I send you the heart eyes emoji, because I'm not sending the heart eyes emoji to my homies.
Also,
Yeah,
You're
like
not?
I'm not. You're sending the heart eyes emoji
No,
to
I'm
your
not,
homies.
bro. No, but
That's
I
the
wouldn't
thing.
judge.
but I put heart eye emojis on my neighbor's IG.
that's why she always brings you food.
Not that one. Not that one.
The other one,
The other one upstairs.
whose name starts with an N.
I bet.
I would
the,
do
one
that.
who- the name starts with an N.
Might. But she's
That's
just,
a nice
she's my
neighbor to
friend.
have, bro.
She's my friend.
Nice
So
neighbor.
It is a nice number to have. I'll say that
if-
too.
If that's the one I think.
Yeah,
you're
but if
talking
you're
about.
sending heart eyes emoji, if you're getting heart eyes emoji for a nigga, he wanna smash, and you should probably let him.
Also, it's the easiest. Wow. I did not see that coming.
Nah, here's the thing. I gotta stand up for my niggas. Like,
That's what
yo,
he said.
exactly. Nah, that's what she said.
Oh God.
yo, can I throw a curveball?
Yes.
Are you ready for this? What happened to your pod?
Open my pod. Truth is,
Surviving Nairobi. I have to ask you.
yeah, like for the and I'm gonna answer. I really fell out of love with the process. That's the truth. Because I felt like and here's the thing for anybody who's listening who wants to be a podcaster. the best way to be a successful podcaster is to be successful at something else before.
Right.
Yeah, because again,
Wow.
you guys, all of you guys were on radio, right?
Yeah.
Before anything, you guys were on radio. You would be G Money without this podcast.
Yes.
You would still be G Money. I would be nobody without surviving Nairobi. You get my point.
So you anchored your identity on the brand.
Nah, it's not even that. Like, because the first time I ever talked to you was like 2 years ago.
Right.
You called me about because I did an episode where I was saying like in 2 years you're gonna see all the big content creators moving to podcasting.
Right.
And it's gonna squeeze out anybody who's not that big and just push them out of the scene. And that's what's happening right now. That's the truth. So before, like for you guys, I don't wanna say it's easy doing this. Getting the plaque is really hard. But you guys started at you started way ahead of me because I started Surviving Nairobi as Hafare, just Hafare, me. I didn't have anybody who knew me. I didn't have any fans. I just started a podcast, and it grew to be very successful, and I'm very proud of that. But at the end of the day, Pia,
Yeah.
I got to a point where I felt like I've been doing this for 3 years, and priorities shift. I feel like I want to do something different because we did not start it with the intention of being that big and being with having so many moving parts.
Yeah.
When we started, we all had our own, like, we just started as friends.
Yeah, right.
When we started, I wasn't even employed. I was unemployed. Ivy was working some shit job in Tao. Now Ivy's like she's in Dubai right
She's
now.
in Dubai, yeah.
Ivy's a huge DJ. Our producer Bukachi, like he reached out to us. Bukachi's doing his own thing. He's working on like documentaries.
Nice.
Right.
Masai Mara, he's building studios all over Nairobi. And I grew to like got a job, left that job, got a new job. I'm working in music now. I'm like working with artists. So I feel like for everyone who was involved, we just pulled all of us in different directions.
Right.
Yeah.
And instead of doing this to a point where we would all like resent it, and like
It's time.
it's time, yeah. Everything has its end, and I'm very proud of where we got,
Yeah.
considering where we started from.
Right.
I'm very because people know me now.
Yeah.
I go to the club and people buy me drinks. Like people buy me drinks. Women come up and say hi. And you know, man, like I know I'm a good-looking nigga, but still. Honestly, I just felt like for me, I don't wanna stop doing content.
Yeah.
But I wanna move on to the next phase. What I really because Surviving Nairobi started without any structure, without knowing.
Right.
And we just started. Tulianza, we had a bullshit like Blue Snowball mic.
Right, I
We were
remember, yeah.
plugged into laptop. We were recording on Audacity. We
Wow.
had no
Wow.
idea. I had to
still
learn.
record on Audacity.
No, by the way, the mics are open to spoil. We know that.
Yeah, you know.
Us guys are spoiled.
So
we know.
I came up from the trenches. And again, another thing, I went and looked at like because we'd take really long breaks between recording.
Right.
Do our own thing, and I would go and look at what the guys like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like who are the big podcasts, and I would look at what they're talking about, and I was like, damn, I was talking about this like 2 years ago. Like,
Right.
This isn't even a brag or anything. And it is actually no. This is a brag. I consider myself better than all those people.
Nice.
In my mind. So I would always look at like what they're talking about and feel like I can do better than this, and I want to do better than this. So let me stay ahead of the curve. That's my idea. Because I think we started, like you guys started, and we started around the same time.
Yeah.
Before everybody decided they want to be a podcaster. Like if you have an Instagram page with 20,000 followers, you should have a podcast.
Let's
You want to
go.
hear your money? No, you don't.
God damn.
This is a truth pod.
Yeah.
at
So
this
anyway,
point.
so that's what happened. Like everybody went their own way. We still have the IP. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it, or if
Right.
Ivy decides to do something with it, or even Bukachi. We all have the option to do whatever we want with it.
Right.
But for now, I just wanna do new things, man. I just wanna explore my options, and Zoya is sauti.
Can I give them an
So, yeah.
exclusive?
Yeah, get them exclusive. Yeah.
Yes.
Hafare is about to start his new thing on the Good Company channel. So this is like the biggest promo, the biggest exclusive of this
Nice.
100K episode.
Soon come.
Yeah,
Soon
so
come.
I'm looking forward to see what you create here, and yeah, I think for me, I really enjoyed surviving Nairobi because it was so different
Yeah.
from everything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it was so different from even when Calvin and I guested on it. It's we've been on different podcasts before in different situations, but the chemistry between you and Ivy and just how real you guys were was so refreshing because in the end of the day it's like you don't ever want to go into a podcast or there are so many podcasts that are trying to fix things. Surviving Nairobi was never trying to fix anything.
Nope.
The mics are open has never tried to fix anything.
Just vibes.
With just vibes, And that's what I really loved about your pod. And I'm glad that I really respect the fact that you said it came to its point where it was no longer serving the three of you and you'd advanced in your own careers to a point where now it's time to do something different. And, it's like even when you listen to Ivy DJ, she's so different from
Yeah.
all of the other DJs
Yeah.
out there, So
Yes.
yeah, it's a good
And I'm
thing.
really proud of her actually, because I remember the first major gig she got was this was Strictly Silk in 2019, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and she was so nervous to go on stage because she had never played for a crowd that big.
Yeah.
Because she started putting music on the podcast, and I think that grew her profile.
Right.
Looking for music. So when she got the call, she was really excited, but she was also like a bit nervous about going on such a stage. And then I got her a mask. Like a mask that would light up, but it was just random patterns and everything. And I think that was like the highlight of the
event.
So you were there, right? Yeah, I think that was the highlight of the event. She closed the event, and like it was really a vibe. And there was a picture of just a whole crowd just throwing their hands up, and you could see Ivy on stage with the mask.
Nice.
Right,
Highlight.
right.
I'm really proud of everything she's achieved.
Yeah.
She's
She's
doing
an
great
amazing
for
DJ.
herself, and
Yeah.
shout out
Love
to
it.
Ivy Maze.
beautiful.
Yeah.
She's an
If
amazing
she has a
DJ.
gig, make sure you go. By the way,
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, enda size YouTube, tafuta nini mix zake.
Ako lockdown pia.
Ako lockdown pia, tafuteni
Yeah.
zote. Gotta shout out
Yeah, a lot
Ivy.
of lockdowns. She's
Nice.
done
Speaking
2 or
of-
3 of them. Speaking of, here we go. The lockdown this
Lockdown.
week is Kowalski and someone else. Can somebody please find out before the end of the pod who is on the lockdown?
And as you're finding out, don't forget, buy our merch. Buy our merch. www.
Buy the merch, buy the merch.
The mics are open. Podcast.com. T-shirts, bottles. I know y'all are thirsty. I mean, the cold is doing a number.
I think we should branch out the mark.
Grouchy's. Let me call Grouchy live.
Oh no. You should do what?
Grouchy, Wagwan. Who's on lockdown? Who's on lockdown this week?
Karuski and Fabish.
Fabish.
Karuski and Fabish. All right, safe blood. Thanks. Karoski and Fabish.
Damn,
I love that. I love that. I really, I love the fact that you're just calling him. I love the fact that you're just calling like, yo, my nigga. Like, who's like we're in the middle of this thing, but like,
Always.
you know what? Nah. We gotta
real,
get
it's real.
we gotta get to the root of the problem. We gotta get the information.
Honestly, let me tell you, and I'll be honest. And as much as we're gassed and we're having drinks about the 100K, I don't think guys really actually understand how much work Grouchy does in the background.
True.
Oh,
Because,
hell
like, you got to think about it. He films the wake up call, he films the lockdown, he edits it. I usually don't speak to Grouchy between Tuesdays
Tuesday.
and Fridays.
Yeah.
So once he films on Tuesday, the first time I speak to Grouchy is on Friday at the radio station. Because during this whole period of Tuesday, and then he's got gigs in between as well.
Yeah.
So you see, I've called him there. You can hear the noise in the background. That's because he's probably there sitting there editing as well. So props going out to the man like Grouchy, man.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
man.
it.
Doing his thing. Fam, the next milestone on the podcast is a million.
Let's go for it.
There's no more. There's no more. The 100K is a sweet now.
Yeah.
But the next there's no more plaques between here and a million.
I feel like if you can do 100, y'all can do a million. Come on, let's
Because you
go.
haven't subscribed yet.
Yeah, you can't be listening to us and you haven't
But
subscribed.
by the way,
You know the thing about winning? You enjoy it for a day and then you start working the next day.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the
Like
thing.
it's here now. So,
You see, like,
so what now?
like
I
100K,
mean,
good for
how
you.
many times have I spoken about this plaque? I'm
True.
like, I'll wait for this plaque. It's gonna go on the wall right there.
Yeah.
Now it's here. I'm like, it's so small.
That's how niggas feel about babes.
What?
Nah, like Ashley,
Innovation.
tell me I'm wrong. Nigga is interested in you, and once you show interest,
It's true. I've had this conversation with you plenty times.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even care about him.
Did the food
And then
arrive? Oh, food is here. Good.
Yo, actually,
it's about to.
What's your
it's a
life
wrap.
like?
Who, me?
what's your like? If you're having this conversation that many times, what's your life like, Mazi?
I don't have a very
No,
calm
Andy
life.
and Ash are besties, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna WhatsApp group.
Those
hey,
are-
mazi.
You send emojis
bruh. Hey, let's
and
chat group,
stickers.
bruh.
All right. So do we have an open mic before we wrap?
Yes, we do.
What do we have?
I was rewinding some of the old episodes. You guys are the best. And one for Father's Day, I wish Calvin was here for this one, was the one that popped up first. Like, do you all think that you're going to be good parents? Like, if it were to happen tomorrow, the lady you're with, like right now, happens to be pregnant, you're confident or just imagining, it gives you fever, like that baby fever. Also, are you confident that the lady would make a great mom and co-parent if things don't end up in marriage? We have seen situations where we are all is well and good until a baby is involved, and you just see a whole different person, both in men and women. In general, is it a thing that men think about, even if it's friends with benefits, and things go south? This person will be a great parent, ama it's just a letdown. Yeah.
That's a good question. I think that when it comes to having kids and raising a family, it's actually quite a lottery.
Yeah.
It's a lottery because, first of all, for anyone who's always been around kids, it's so beautiful to be around other people's kids until that little one is yours, you know? And nothing that anyone who doesn't have kids or no experience with other people's kids can ever prepare you for that moment when, shit, this is yours. For the next 18 years, I have this level of responsibility. In terms of being good parents, I think that, and this may be a bit controversial, I think that there are so many people who became parents before they became even friends with their partners. Do you know what I mean? And I say all that to say this. Wrap it up before you slap it up. When you want that kid and you're ready for that child, you can never be intentional because a child is a gift from God. You can't say I'm going to get a child tomorrow, but you can say I don't want kids at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yo, the guy asked about like with the woman you're with.
Yeah.
I am not with anybody. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, I get you, man.
Like me, I'm alone. Me, I'm number 4, bana.
But if a chick came to you now and that you've smashed and she's like, yo, Hafare, I'm pregnant, do you think that you're in a position to be a good dad?
I'm going to be a great father because I had a great father.
Pow!
Love it.
Pow! Bro, do you know what? You're probably the only person on this pod who's had a great experience with their dad. Well, apart from Ash.
Nah, my dad's the coolest. Like right now, he's texting me and nikujina 6-pack. My dad's the homie. My dad is the coolest. I have a great relationship with my dad, with my mom, with my siblings, and I'm really grateful for it because once I went out into the world, you realize like because my homie,
You're alone.
I have a homie whose dad is like the worst thing that ever. Hey,
Damn.
Yo, like if that nigga died, the homie won't show up to his funeral. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Same WhatsApp group. I don't know if my dad's alive or dead right now.
So I had a great dad and I don't take it for granted, and everything he's taught me and everything I've experienced, I wouldn't want my kids to ever have less than that.
Yeah.
That's the bar.
You.
And this
I
pod,
feel you.
this pod is the anti-dad pod. Yeah.
Apart from me, because my folks are the bomb.
How dare you come in here and have glowing
Okay, so it's my fault that I have a positive male role model.
Imagine.
Oh, imagine.
That's a problem.
Imagine. You are upholding black stereotypes. You should be ashamed of yourself. My father went to get milk and came back home.
Yeah, we should have ended this podcast already.
But listen, this has been the Mics Are Open. 100k subscribers. We're having drinks. Have some drinks as well. Thank you very much. We love you.
Before you go, I want to say thank you guys for having me back again for the first time.
Yes.
Really glad to be joining the team and working on what I'll be working on. Shout out to the homie Suki.
Yes.
We'll be doing it with her, so
Yeah.
check that. Mtulie ni mungoje. Zoea hii sauti.
Get used to it.
Absolutely love it.
Love it.
That's it.
Great.
My name's Jimani.
And Young.
Ashley.
Hafare, aka Rodney Casino, aka Nairobi's favorite fat man,
Why are you pointing at me?
aka no, because you're close from me. It isn't that you.
Like, damn.
AKA Mr. Speaks the Punani in 5 different languages.
Wow.
I remind you of who you are. Wow.
Wow.
No. You remind me of who I used to be when I was a work nigga.
Woo! It's over! It's over! Stop
No,
it down.
I'm kidding,
Stop
man.
the count.
See you guys.
I should have kept quiet.